What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Dev. Welcome back to Building Wealth with Dev. Now today, guys, I got a very special story for you guys. This is the story on how my wife and I have built our wealth, guys. We have purchased 9 properties over the past 5 years, and it's a crazy story because, guys, anything is really possible. If you would have told me 5 years ago that we own 9 properties, a portfolio valued at just over $1 million, $3,500 a month in real estate passive income from rental properties, I'd be like, man, you crazy. But guys, with God, anything is possible, man. When God is in it, there is no limit. So today, I want to share with you the story on how we've done that, guys, how we've acquired 9 properties over the past 5 years. Again, I'm not even 26 yet, guys. What will things look like at 30? I don't know, but you guys will know because I'm going to continue sharing my journey on this channel, Building Wealth with Dev. Now, guys, a couple years ago, this would have been 7 years ago now, but it seems like yesterday, back in 2017, I was 19 years old and I was on YouTube one day. And of course, like any broke college kid, I was looking up ways how to get rich, guys, because I was dead tired of being broke. I was ready to graduate from school, start making money and start getting to the bag because I had a lot that I wanted, guys. I wanted a newer car. I wanted that Civic Si that I have now. I wanted that Harley Davidson Street Glide. I wanted a newer Gixxer. I wanted things, guys. I wanted a lot. I wanted to be able to, move out of my parents' house because I was in college and I was still living at home. And I was like, I got to get out of here. So, guys, I ended up coming across this random video. And the video was titled, How to Get Rich in Real Estate. And I'm like, so I clicked on it, I watched it. And the guy in the video was basically just talking about how I could buy a property, I could live in the property for a short amount of time, like a year or 2 years, and then I could move out of that particular property and not sell it. I would keep it as a rental property, and then I would buy another property, live in that, I would rent out the previous property, and I could continue doing that. And I'm like, all right, if this dude in the video can do it, I can do it too. Like, why not give it a shot? Like, I didn't have anything to lose. So that's what we did, guys. I ended up graduating from college in 2018, and I ended up purchasing our first property. We bought our first home, me and my wife, back in July of 2018. It's here on the screen, guys. It is a beautiful 3-bedroom, 1-bath, Cape Cod style home. And guys, you're not going to believe this. We live in the Midwest. We live here in Ohio, and we paid $55,000 for that property at that time. Now, we ended up moving into that home, and per the bank's requirements, we lived in that property for 1 year. Now, guys, after 1 year, I was dead set on continuing our real estate investing journey. So we ended up moving out of that house. We went back to the same bank, and we asked them if we could qualify to buy another house, and they qualified us. We got pre-approved to buy another property, and that's what we did, guys. We ended up buying a duplex. So we bought a duplex property right around the corner, actually, from the first property that we had bought, which is like literally still just mind-boggling to this day. And we moved into the duplex. We lived in one side, and then we rented out the other side. Now, don't forget about that first house that we bought. We ended up renting that first house out, and we rented it out for $850 a month. Mind you, our mortgage payment at that time on that property was $470. So guys, we were making $370 every single month just for owning an asset, owning a piece of property, guys. After that, we were sold, guys, because I was using that $370 every single month to pay for my 2016 Harley Davidson Street Glide, guys. So once I saw an asset paying for a liability, in real life, guys, this was me really like, guys, I was sold. So that's what we did, guys. We lived in one side of the duplex while we were renting out that first house. We rented out the other side of the duplex. And I remember at that time, our mortgage payment on the duplex was $600 a month. Our tenant on the other side of the duplex was paying us $650 every single month to live in the duplex, guys. We were living rent-free. Guys, where can you live rent-free? Not only that, guys, but we owned the property. So not only were we living rent-free, but the mortgage was also being paid down every single month, and we weren't the ones paying it down. Our tenant on the other side was paying it down for us. Not only that, guys, we were getting tax benefits to own that piece of real estate that we were living in. And then not only that, guys, but the property was also going up in value while we were living there. So it was so cool, guys. It was just amazing. It was an amazing scenario, and it worked out perfect. But we didn't stop there. We wanted to continue scaling our real estate portfolio. So in 2020, we bought another piece of property. We bought a property that we currently live in still to this day, and we paid right around $68,000 for the property, which at that time was a fair deal. It wasn't a steal by any means. There's a property that actually sold right across the street from our home right around that same time, and they paid about $10,000 higher, but the house was pretty much move-in ready that they bought. Our home needed fully remodeled. It's a beautiful home now, but it needed a lot of work when we got it. So we paid $68,000 for this home. We still live in this home to this day. This home we don't rent out in any means, but we do count it in our number because it is done very well when it comes to appreciation. We'll get into that towards the end of the video. We didn't stop there, guys. 2021 came along. So we're in the middle of COVID at this point, 2020, 2021, and we wanted to continue buying properties. So 2021, I started a new job for a title company, and I was making right around $45,000 a year. And guys, I was like, I'm gonna save everything I possibly can out of this salary to save up for another investment property. So that's what we did, guys. By the time we got to July of 2021, we had $10,000 saved up. So we were saving, we were living so frugal. Our tax return that we had got all went to savings, guys. We were doing everything we could to save money. And by the time we got to July of 2021, we had about $10,000 saved up. We ended up using that $10,000 to put down on a $45,000 house that we bought, guys. Now, this property was our 5th door in total. So we had the first home that we ended up renting out for $850. We had the duplex, which consisted of 2 units. We had the property that we lived in, and then this was our 5th door. And we used everything we had at that moment to buy that 5th door, guys, which was crazy, but we had to do what we had to do, guys, because we believed in what we were trying to do, and we had to put it all on the line, guys. That's what we did, you know, and it ended up working out for us. But we ended up buying that property, and after we bought that property and fixed it up, we were broke again, didn't have any more money to buy any property at that time. But we found out something that was pretty cool. We found out about commercial lenders. Now, guys, if you don't know what a commercial lender is basically a lender that will fund your real estate properties, right? So you can buy properties with them, you can refinance properties with them. They are lenders that are a little bit more creative than regular residential home lenders, right? So we ended up finding a commercial lender. We met him, and he was so kind, and he educated us, and he explained to us that we were sitting on quite a bit of equity in our first 2 properties, right? So the single family home and then the duplex. The coolest thing is they basically allowed us to do something called a cash out refinance. Now, we ended up pulling out almost $50,000 worth of equity out of those first 2 properties, and we used that equity to go buy 2 more properties before the year 2021 was over. So we bought those 2 properties, we fixed them up, we ended up renting them out, and then we ended up doing a cash out refinance on those last 3 properties that we had bought in 2021. When 2022 came, we still had the same goal, guys. We wanted to continue buying real estate. So we ended up waiting until we found a great deal. And then during the summer of 2022, we ended up paying cash. This was our first time ever paying cash. We paid cash for a home and used that home as a rental property, which was amazing. Now, we didn't leave our cash in that property. We ended up doing a cash out refinance on that property. And then here in 2023, we have bought 1 more property. We ended up putting 20% down using one of our commercial lenders, and it's worked out great so far. That home has been a great rental property for us. We've had a few bumps in the road with that property, but it's been fine overall, and we think that it'll do very well in our real estate portfolio going into the future. Now, guys, I know that was a lot, but I wanted to share all that with you because our real estate portfolio currently makes right around $3,500 every single month in passive income. So $3,500 a month is a crazy number, and that is enough money for us to live off of. But what I will say is it did not happen overnight. It took so much sacrifice day in and day out, year over year. And we now own 9 properties, guys, before we turn 26 years old, which is absolutely crazy, guys. We are so blessed and we are so thankful to God that He has enlarged our territory and He has trusted us with more, guys. Always remember, when God is in it, there is no limit. Your dream life is out there. You just got to go get it. We will see y'all in the next video. Peace.